So in the previous video, we talked about the upcoming Golang videos on this channel. And in this video, we'll talk about the upcoming Node.js videos on this channel. Now, I specialize not only in Golang, but also in Node.js. So Node.js also, I was planning to teach on this channel. I mean, if you don't want to learn it, you can reply in the comments that you just want to focus on Golang and not Node.js. Completely all right with me. But since I know Node.js really well because I've built actual production level products in Node.js, and they're actually live and being used by thousands of users. So I thought, why not teach Node.js as well, right? The best practices and all of that. So I'll start from the basics, right? But here's the twist, right? We won't be doing Node.js like other channels. We'll actually learn everything by building. I'm not going to teach you from the scratch what is Node.js, what is Express.js. I won't do that. There are plenty of channels for that. I will teach you the the hardcore stuff, in the sense I'll show you how to build stuff, and that's how you learn Node.js. All right. And so there are 3 levels of videos that I'll be creating. One will be the basic videos, one will be the intermediate videos, and then we'll have the expert or the advanced videos. So let me take you through each of these categories and the kind of videos that I'll be covering in these categories. So the first is basic video, right? So here are the projects that we'll build for the basic videos. We'll create an email center. We'll create a chat app, right? This will be using Socket. Then we'll be creating a to-do app, a complete to-do CRUD API. Then we'll be creating a recipe book app. This probably will have authentication, the recipe book app, right? Then we'll create some scrapers and crawlers that will give you a really good idea of how to work with Node.js. And then we'll create a production grade CRUD API. In the sense, we'll follow all the best practices and we'll create a production grade CRUD API. All right. And then we'll do some intermediate stuff, right? For the intermediate videos, we'll have these different videos. So we'll create crawlers in TypeScript. So that's a good way to learn TypeScript, right? If you build crawlers with TypeScript. And then we'll create a Nest.js CRUD API. So Nest.js is a framework for Node.js, right? So we'll build CRUD APIs using Nest.js. And then the most normal thing after Node.js, in the sense a step up, is usually GraphQL, right? So after REST, people are bored with using REST APIs. They want to learn about GraphQL. So I'll teach you how to write GraphQL APIs as well. And then we'll learn about different authentication strategies like OAuth, for example, out here. So we'll do an OAuth deep dive. We'll create some projects which has OAuth too. And then we'll work on WebRTC and video streaming. So that's going to be very interesting, in the sense so Node.js has really good support for WebRTC and video streaming. There won't be any issues, and you can really easily build video streaming applications. So that's something that will be interesting for you. And then we'll have some advanced projects, right? So here are these 10 different type of videos that we'll do. So all of these videos that I'm talking about are going to be mini series in themselves. So for example, the OAuth deep dive projects, this will be a small mini series about 4 or 5 videos, and GraphQL APIs would be like 3-4 videos, right? And I'm going to be building stuff in all of these videos, right? I'm not going to be just teaching without building anything, so that, because I find that extremely boring. I mean, you don't learn anything, you don't take away anything from those traditional YouTube channels. That's at least my opinion, right? So in this advanced category, what we'll do is we'll be working with data structures and algorithms with JavaScript. All right. And then we'll work with some ML libraries, machine learning with Node.js. Then we'll do some computer vision projects, right? So I know this is getting really difficult, but trust me, like the way I'll teach you, it won't seem this difficult to you. We'll use some computer vision libraries, right? Most probably we'll use the Cloud Vision API by Google, and we'll use it with Node.js, most probably, but I can't guarantee that right now. And then we look at deployment and infrastructure. We look at how to use Node.js with Docker, Kubernetes, Docker Swarm, and Prometheus, Grafana, or even Elasticsearch, and so all of these different things, right? Jenkins, even, so we'll automate pipelines in Jenkins. All of that we'll look at with Node.js, as in specific to Node.js, right? And then we'll work with APIs. So when I say work with APIs, I'm not just saying like casually work with the APIs. I'm saying deeply understanding their documentation and the way the APIs work, the way the APIs are structured, and best practices. And with Stripe we'll cover things like using webhooks, all those things, right? And similarly with the Gmail API, and the Bunk API lets you create your own bank, right? So even I've not tried it yet, but I'm really excited to try this. So we'll try this in one of our videos where we'll use the Bunk API to create a bank That's what the API says, at least. And then we'll use Hyperledger Fabric with Node.js, which is again blockchain project. But this will be a huge project in the sense that it won't be like a small project. It will take a while to finish. And then we'll create stock and crypto trading bots. This is hot. I mean, everybody wants to learn these, so we'll create these. All right. And then we'll create. We'll work with API generators like Strapi. So Strapi is very, very popular these days, and it's they call it a headless CMS, but I think it's so much more than that. You can create like actual projects, actual backends with Strapi, and so I'm going to show you how to work with Strapi, like really well in production. How do you work with Strapi? Then we're going to use Loopback 4 to generate APIs. Then we're going to also work with Hasura to create GraphQL APIs. Now these three projects or products, all three are open source, and they're very, very powerful projects. Even if you don't want to wait for my videos and want to check around on the internet, do that on YouTube. Check out these videos. But I guarantee you, the way I'll teach you, nobody else is going to teach you, because I've built production level apps with Strapi, production level blogs, and even backends for apps. So I'll show you how to really actually work with Strapi using the right practices. And then we'll have our microservices set up. So we'll either use actually we'll do two things with microservices. We'll build from scratch our microservices architecture from scratch, and then we'll also use a library called as Molecular, and that's a very, very nice library that, at least when I used it, I found it very, very useful. So it's Molecular. It's a Node.js library which helps you create microservices right out of the box. You don't have to write the architecture on your own. It's very, very useful. So we'll create two different microservices videos, one with Molecular and one with, from scratch, writing microservices from scratch. All right. And we'll use things like Kafka and NATS or RabbitMQ to get the microservices to interact with each other, and that'll be very interesting for you as well, right? And then we'll write serverless functions, and then we'll use these serverless functions along with microservices. Now this is the the complicated part, right? And then we'll look at how we can set up all of this on AWS. We'll look at all the AWS specific technologies that we need to use, like EC2 and ELB and CloudWatch and whatever. So we'll use all of that. So I hope I'm able to get you interested or excited about the upcoming videos on this channel. And if you have any questions, if you want to learn anything more specific or anything else, or if you think that you don't want to learn Node.js at all and you just want to stick to Golang, completely all right. You can say that in the comment section below. And thanks a lot for watching, and do subscribe, because I'll be creating all these videos. I'm not just making slides on these. I'll actually be making these videos, and you'll see them coming up in a very short in very few days, like probably next week or something like that. I'll start with these series. All right. So thanks a lot for watching, and do subscribe so that you can keep up to date with the videos that are coming up, and see you